Pretty nice morning here in the north. A little bit overcast, and then we got blue sky to the east. So hopefully she's a nice sunny day today. Maybe do some painting or something. Got a couple beaver pelts got to deal with. Figure out a couple hoop stretchers there. I think Dad had some experience with that in his younger days with his uncles or something, so we're going to piss around with that this morning, I'm thinking. And we'll just see how that goes. Have a coffee and have a look at see how the smoked meat turned out. So my smoked dry fish is done. You see I kept this going all day yesterday and was out till about 1 in the morning burning brush around and keeping my fire going in there. So this is good, you know, this is how I want it. Hard, huh? So she's real chewy but real good. Look at that, man. How would you like to try a piece of this? This is damn good fish. Turned out pretty good. The next time I do a batch of fish, we'll do it a little different style. You know, just because there's a lot of ways to do it, huh? Like, when I do the pike, I always left them in strips, huh? I just cut the fillet in strips. You might have seen in another video, and that's good. And it gets real hard and chewy, huh? I don't know. Look at that. The skin is Charlie's, and the rest is mine. Look at that. You see, that's what I like with crunches when you break it. Good. Really good. Now you see the way I did it this way, this should fucking last forever. You should be able to throw this in your backpack and it should not go bad. You know, this should last months, I would think. Of course I won't know because it'll be eaten all in a few days, but this is a good way to do it, huh? So like I said, I like to hear that cracking and then you know it's done. Damn good, man. Damn good. Look at that. I bet you could sell this in the store for about $10 a fillet. So this whitefish just came from a local commercial fisherman. Goes by the name Marius. You know, that's what he does. He sets nets on the Great Slave Lake and sells fish, and he supplies a lot of fish to the community as well. You know, so you could buy a whole fish off Marius for $5 for two. And that's pretty reasonable. That's gut and gill. That's whole fish, just like how I picked these up. You know, he's out. He's just making an honest living on the lake and selling fish. So normally I'd go out and catch a few jackfish in the river myself and for my smoker, but there's no whitefish in the river, and fuck, for 2 whitefish for $5, fuck, can't go wrong there. I bought 17 fish off him for $40, like right there, man. That's my grocery shopping for a month. Fucking right. Grab a bag of potatoes and a sack of rice and $40 worth of fish. Done. Making the hoop stretcher. So that just makes a form of it, huh?
Yeah, it breaks the wood fiber down a bit and gets it going the right direction. Those are pretty soft in the spring, right?
Oh yeah. So now's the time you'd have to make them, I guess.
I think this is the only time I've ever seen them being made.
Peel them and dry them.
It's probably because it's beaver in time.
Yeah, I guess so.
I thought about doing it earlier.
Yeah, I'll figure this out and make about fucking 12 of these for here, maybe. Then next spring, when hopefully the beaver prices are worth a little bit more, it'll be worth fucking whacking 20 of them.
Okay. Now you take the 2 ends, wire them together. Probably do the heavy tip end. And then shape the hoop. Let her dry.
Make one more of those here. I'm gonna go cut some poles now that I got an idea of how it's done. I got a couple beaver pelts there that I harvested last winter. I think I fleshed them already. I'm not too sure. If not, just knee flush them. Peel that up and let it. That shouldn't take too long to dry, anyways, huh?
Tonight. Dry enough for what you're doing.
No, for sure, yeah. As long as it doesn't warp.
No, of course it won't. It's supposed to warp.
Let these poles soak for a little bit, and then we'll make our beaver stretchers out of these. Around the tree, and once we get a few beaver stretchers made, hopefully all that ice will be gone, and we can head out in the boat and shoot a couple beaver.
Sandra's just working the tree there. The willow, trying to get the natural bend into it, stretch the fibers a bit while it's nice and wet. The hoop will form a lot better. Once they dry, they'll...
So there we go. That's the idea of our hoop stretchers here. Very simple. Just wired them on, wired them together. This one was going to be a little bit bigger, but I didn't work it enough and I busted off a tip there. So I know for the next one. But that's alright, this will be good for a smaller beaver. And Dad's back to working on his rod. Dried out pretty good.
It's really good. Light.
A lot later, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
So what are you doing?
Just putting a little oil on it to put some... It's all dried out now, so put some strength back into it.
That
so
oil...
some flex now, right?
That oil will keep it from cracking, or?
Yeah, it'll give it more flexibility, it won't just crack. So. That's the theory.
Oh, right on.
Good for at least a 25 pounder.
So we got our hoop stretchers drying. We got 4 made. So you see here these ones in the middle, they were kind of bowling out a bit, so we used rope and kind of tighten them up. So what that'll do, it'll keep the circle, keep the form of them, so they won't bowl out and turn into like a fucking square or whatever. So this should work pretty good here. So they were pretty easy to make. I've never put a beaver on a hoop stretcher before, so tonight I got some heavy wire. We'll make some hooks and try her out. I was watching videos on YouTube there, so I got a pretty damn good idea of how it's done. It looks pretty simple, and I guess they say they dry a lot quicker and better on the hoop stretchers than with the on the board stretcher. So that's the plan. Let Dad get his rod done, and then we're gonna head out in the canoe and see what the Wild North's got for us in store tonight. So that's it.
What do you think?
Looks pretty good.
Just trying to make catch the reel a little bit better. See a little more grip for my hand.
Oh yeah.
I think it'll work. I know it'll work.
Oh, I wonder how far it'll cast though.
Far enough.
Think you'll be able to cast farther than me with my store-bought rod?
I guarantee it'll cast as far.
So as we're waiting for our beaver stretchers to dry there a bit, we're gonna jump in the canoe here. The wind died down and try a bit of fishing and maybe shoot a mallard, or never heard no geese yet today. It's kind of odd, but we're just gonna go out and fucking go for the first canoe trip here this spring. It's pretty good. There's still quite a bit of ice, but it's kind of shifting all over the place. So, but there's a couple nice places there where there could be some fishing. I'm sure I seen one the other day. I seen one zip out of from the shoreline there, and me and Charlie were scouting. So that's the plan.